At the start of our process, the kiln-dried hardwood strips are unloaded. They are then taken inside and stored in a carefully controlled environment. Before any machining can take place, the operator must first check the boards for moisture content. He's looking for around about 10%. The boards can then be accurately machined into tongue and groove flooring. Any defects in the board are then marked and removed by the computer-controlled OptiCut saw. These pieces are then end matched. This means that the tongue and groove follows the board all the way around. Finally, the boards are checked for a good fit. Before any floor can be laid on top of concrete, it must be checked that it is thoroughly dry. A moisture content of well under 5% is recommended. The subfloor should also be flat. A tolerance of about 1 mm in a metre length is perfect. Any lumps or debris should also be removed. Special floor levelling compounds can be used to sort out any unevenness. The one being shown here is dry within 24 hours. Always follow exactly the manufacturer's instructions when using this kind of product. Special primers or sealers can be used to help improve the adhesive bond. Some of these products can also act as a membrane. Once the sealers have dried, then the adhesive can be applied with a notched trowel. The first few rows of flooring are then put into position. It's very important to ensure that this first couple of rows are exactly straight. Otherwise, you could have problems throughout the whole laying process. I would recommend allowing the first 3 rows to dry before commencing. Another method is to use small wedges to help maintain the expansion gap and to stop the boards from moving. Another good method of fitting over concrete is to use floor fitting foam. This has the advantage of allowing you to put down a full damp-proof membrane underneath the floor. Once this has been done, then the floor fitting foam can be rolled out at right angles to the direction of the floor. It's not important to put each roll up to the next one, small gaps can be left. Here we see the fitter peeling back the plastic film. He will then cut the foam underneath. This will allow him some spare plastic backing to pull away from the underside of the floor. Undercutting of architraves and door casings is very important to allow free movement of the floor. Once this has been done, then floor laying can commence. As with the gluing method, it's very important to start off well and to get the first 2 rows very straight. Line out the floor and then cut any boards where necessary. Once this has been done, then the plastic film can be gently pulled away from the underside of the floor. If any tears occur, then the spare piece of backing paper provided can be used as a rescue. It's very important to avoid any nicks or cuts in the backing paper. Ratchet straps can be used to pull the floor tight, and several rows can be fitted at once. Once the floor is tight and gap free, then the backing paper can be pulled from underneath it. This method is continued right to the end of the floor. If height increase is not a problem, then concrete can also be overboarded. This is best done with a flooring grid, chipboard or plywood that's tongue and grooved on all 4 edges. These edges are then glued with PVA glue, and the boards are laid in a brickwork fashion. This then creates a subfloor which can be nailed, screwed or glued to. It also allows for a secondary membrane.